Hello, everybody. Yeah, so today I want to mention this thing about perspective. It's like how funny it's so common thing to see beginners over kind of like being like too serious about learning theory and like in the wrong way. It's like, yeah, they think it's like if you will keep digging you will get to some final realization, like complete image, and this kind of fake feeling of fulfillment when you get more insights in perspective and stuff like that. When it's like all the time, actually, I keep repeating, you cannot learn advanced perspective if you don't have like proper practice with the basics in perspective. It's just like it's like laws of physics, you know. You just can't do this. It's not how it works. So it might seems like kind of I understand. Yeah, it might seems like on my channel is like I kind of promoting this super overthinking approach when actually not. I am trying to make it as like as practical and down to earth as possible. It's just like as teacher, it's fun to go explore like some aspects in perspective which is like not presented well enough. So that's why I go to very complex specifics just because it's fun to talk about and because there is not enough information about this, but it doesn't mean that is like necessary information for everybody and it's like absolutely like important for beginners, you know. Quite opposite. So um how it works, so just let's clarify it one more time. So what actually attitude should be, it's like if you study language, like when you study foreign language, you don't start from learning to be like a linguist or a philosopher, you know. You just need to get some basic and general idea so you can start to kind of use it practically, right? You start from this like being able to listen people, being able to speak, being able to read, being able to write, just like very very basic. So you start to applying it regularly and then you go into developing it, improving it. Same with perspective, and perspectives like first all you need to understand is this principles of XYZ, like I explain in all these tutorials. So if you watch them, you already know it, right? So, and then this most important skill and practice, what you need is to uh, kind of this logic structure. You need to practice structure and uh, I don't know how to say, like aim maybe, because this kind of like main issues what I see. What I mean is like, no, it's maybe I show you here. It's like imagine it's like you finally after you watching all these tutorials in internet, like all your favorite channels, you read kind of skimming all your books about how to draw, and then you say finally I want to draw something, right? So you take horizon line, all the stuff, you start to draw it, and then what I see, like people like just like can't, you know, like you can't even like draw line to vanishing point, and then like you draw, yeah, you kind of, you understand perspective grid, but kind of you cannot draw freaking parallel line. Then it's like kind of this kind of crap. And then you draw in box, and it's like it seems you understand lines should be parallel, but they're jumping all around, and box going here. You know it should go to vanishing point, but for some stupid reason you forget. And this side of a box don't go to vanishing point. Why? It's like you kind of, you should know it, right? You already study it, and you draw another box. It's like here is go okay, but then it's go not. So this side go to vanishing point, this side don't go vanishing point. Okay, what happens? Like what's wrong? And it's like again, like you imagine, like you listen foreigner speak your language, right? He's like very beginner steps, and all like grammar, everything is jumping, and it's like you're like try to understand like what is meaning of your words, like what you're trying to say. And same with the beginners, uh, they on this level, so just not even able to maintain solid structure. Just take any simple solid structure like one point perspective and just follow it through. Use some discipline, use some diligence, or and like use some effort, do some effort to train your aim, right? So it's like align all lines to perspective grid. Because without this, you cannot learn any advanced perspective. You without this actually it's like you don't know perspective at all, because you cannot apply perspective. You can't use perspective, right? Because we, let's say, like when you draw some, so now you have like some picture you want to draw again, and you, this should be like a brief, like a walk, right? So you're not like accidentally fall walking on a straight road in a park. Same here. So and you decide, okay, want to make it like little curvilinear. So now you need to like align environment to this perspective grid, right? Align all these objects, um, walls, ceiling, floor, whatever. So this to this moment, you better already have some basic objects drawing, so you can easily to draw box, because box is very simple. It's just lines, right? It's harder when you draw environment because it's all this which, because can be like all this different kind of forms to, let's say. So how much theory you need for that? Not so much. You see, you already have it. I mean, I don't hide in any secret behind this, right? It's already clear. It's like 1 point perspective with little curved y and x axis. So, and then you just adjust, align objects to this structure. So this ability to align your lines to it, it's improve with the practice. You cannot learn it from watching somewhere. You need to really do it. And it's always evident. We can always see it when beginner, he don't do this stuff because his lines, like I say, it's like even can't go to vanishing points, like going kind of this, and like you have grid here like that, and lines covers like why is they all dancing like crazy? It's like you see a student, he show like he have idea of structure, he have understanding, but he can't use it. He just can't draw. So, but he keep watching tutorials and he keep like philosophizing about theory and perspective, like telling like asking questions about like where is it's like how this like 360 perspective work. Like, dude, you don't need all this. Just like, are you want to be like a professor of perspective theory, or it's actually about drawing, right? Is it about drawing after all? So do some drawings. And so if like very first steps to do this practice, it's like in my tutorial how to draw perspective for beginners part 1, just drawing boxes in perspective grids, right? Then next stage of this same practice, just like logic and aim, uh, it's to make studies of your favorite artists. So like I show again, I have so many video where I show examples how it works, right? It's fun and it's important in so many way. You learn your style, you improve your vocabulary, visual vocabulary, you understand better your own taste because you like your favorite artist for some reason, subconsciously, kind of like you're not totally entirely aware why you like this artist, because like way he draw big eyes, or because he have like some very cool shapes, or you're not entirely sure. And when you make studies, like let's say just for perspective, like I telling here, right? It's like um understand where is vanishing point, like here for vertical, then where is like x and where is z, right? So you understand and you practice it. It's not just some empty knowledge for you. It should be practical skill. Like you're not like read some book about how to shoot a rifle, you know. No, you actually go and kind of practice your aim, you know, and it's like specific skill which require practice. It's not just some theory. So, and you do this as your introduction into perspective. And this introduction takes a lot of time. It's like basically, it's like most of like all you need. Basically, it's all you need. And then, if you want something extra, you will understand through this practice when you really need something extra more than that. Because you don't need to go above medium you want to be artist in. Like if you want to be artist, like drawing comic books, right? Like watch my video where I break down like comic book artists like Akira and stuff, right? So uh, go watch structure, how he apply, how this your favorite comic book artist apply perspective in his comic books. Like where is perspective grids? Like here we have this Z, here X and Y here, like this, right? So, and you break it down, you redraw it, now you have experience, and then you can repeat it. You can draw, look, same perspective grid on this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, same perspective grid, same this kind of isometry perspective grid. So it's Y, Z, X. So you can already spend like a week and being able to draw like Katsuhiro Otoma drawing these kind of scenes. Instead, so many beginners, they keep like browsing, they keep looking for all this like secrets and like only I will understand, like nobody understand, I will understand, I will find the secret of a perspective, like I will understand, like crayons don't know, Jinbon don't know this information but I know. Dude, you have no idea where you know. Try to draw a couple lines straight at least first, right? Then like trying to be professor. It's kind of it's so funny. You have no idea like how funny beginners look with this kind of attempt to be like super thinkers in perspective. You not genius and you don't understand perspective, right? So do proper work and don't waste your time for kind of digging secrets. And if you just like um, really want to learn something, right? So then you will listen for what teachers say or other artists, or some dude who understand what they're talking about. Just like watch their work and listen what they say. And kind of respect their opinion because you cannot have opinion yet when you're beginner. So hello Dorian. Yeah, I hope so. Just want to clarify. I hope it helps some people. Let me know in the comments. Так. Yes, so Dorian asked like if there anything I should say about drawing people in fisheye perspective. Like, yeah, I say a lot about drawing people in fisheye perspective. Like, yeah, people, right? People is like a box. So let's say because box you have left side, you have top, you have front, you have other right side and stuff like that. So if it's like linear perspective like this, so then box look like kind of, I don't know, like normal box, right? If it's fish eye, then box will be curved. So now let's say, so according with following axis lines, right? following curvature of your perspective grid. So it doesn't mean you need to draw this box all the time. This box, it's a principle, it's idea, like my head, right? Like if you try to draw head as a 3D form, it's kind of have so many facets. It's like this, like let's say forehead, kind of, right? So it's so many way how you can break down in to facets. People had. So it's like, oh, where is the box if it's so complicated? All this cheekbones, all this stuff. Yeah, because it's levels. It's like different layers. So even with all these facets, it's still kind of, let's say, it's like face area, let's say, right? Or we can say it's just front, and this is just top. So same like whole body with all these arms and stuff. And then I have a lot of video about how to draw in people in a perspective, and knowing how to draw boxes in perspective. You basically you draw people like kind of set of boxes. So let's say it's just, again, it's like no any special theory more than this you need for this stuff. All you need is just practice drawing like so-called intuitive perspective, just drawing boxes, rotating them. So here I kind of make some crazy pose, just how they some kind of Spider-Man. Because like if you have like this anime or sakuga, um, manga, whatever angle for your figure, when it's like super foreshortening, right? It's very intuitive. It's very much intuitive more than some kind of calculation. You don't need like theory of foreshortening measurement to draw the stuff. It's just kind of intuitive exaggeration, which you do better when you do it more and when you're again study master works. Just see how they draw certain um, angles, like certain type of compositions. So and let's say like here. So it can be boxes. They can be like totally on their own, like in one of my tutorial I show, or they can be like somehow aligned. Like let's make box first, right? Somehow like aligned to perspective grid. So here, let's say like if we have like kind of torso, pelvis. This kind of guy. So this how simple it is. You see, it's just some kind of like, it's like everybody have this block in their head which restrains them from listen for advice, listen for um, to recognize words. It's like you hear them physically, but you not actually hear meaning of these words. Um, and you see, like some students, they hear the stuff, so you see they doing their kind of practice, and some people they keep pretending like they never hear what you say, and they keep insisting on their path, kind of their path of searching for like some special approach, like find some new way, new knowledge and perspective, like something nobody but only you understand. So yeah, maybe some of these people they actually crazy. I don't know, but yeah, I see a lot of people. They just it's kind of like trap of procrastination for beginners. Like have illusion of activity when it seems like important, seems like you actually learned something when you just wondering. Don't know. It's kind of not super. It's kind of weird picture here. So we find some interesting reference. Так.
Madness. This is Jane Bond art.
Let's do this one. So let's, for example, like you can do like this, right? Take some photograph. So it can be like artists, some favorite artwork, or some interesting photograph. Just anything where you can look for structure.
Madness.
Так. So you can like see like actual practical application of perspective grids, and you can practice your aim, practice it's like some at least moderate decency of your line accuracy. Так, so let's see here what we have. We have is like 3-point perspective, also tilted horizon line, can make it fisheye. So you even not necessary. So like, okay, it's even not necessary to do exactly perspective as you see on a photograph. All this is kind of material which help you practice, right? So let's say I want to make it fisheye. So I will do like curved horizon line, and so here y-axis, kind of this. Then it's kind of this z and x. So same as like if you want to draw fisheye, right? I show all perspective grids for fisheye. It's a very limited amount. It's like how many perspective grids in a fisheye? Like 5 or 10, not so many. It's just they all in my videos. So you just browse some my videos, look what kind of picture which is close to picture you want to draw or you want to be able to draw. You look what perspective grid I use for this picture, how I draw this perspective grid. It will take like 30 minutes and then go and draw some picture with it, right? So it can be curvilinear for same picture here, or it can be linear like this. So same picture you can draw with different perspective grids. This you already know from my tutorials. Again, just repeat, right? And you don't need to any more secrets. Nobody hiding anything from you. Nobody like stupider than you, so you don't need to debunk anybody or go ahead some other artist, to find in like secrets nobody found yet. uh it's kind of nobody needs these secrets. There's nothing to search. Everything about perspective is on the surface. An actual secret is just like there is some people who eventually they start to drawing and they like doing practice, and other people who keep kind of keep being smart, and like they're so smart, so it's like drawing for them, it's too stupid for them to draw. Like, why you need to draw if you're so smart? You can't be like forever theory. You can like make your perspective Nobel Prize. So here axis. So it's like this, right? Uh, so you have perspective grid, and now like you practice aim, you practice like aligning all the stuff. So what we have like three layers here. Front, it's this dude Gigon, G Gign, French something, special forces something, I don't know. Так, so here he sit. Так. So here's like first plan, this helicopter with a dude. Second plan we have this castle. And the third plan, it's this kind of fields there. Так, so let's draw. Hmm. So yeah, and sometimes like some information also I like explain about perspective. Uh, it's not something like you should study like something like super important kind of like like a station point field of view, all the stuff I think about like field of view only when I speak about it in a tutorial. All other time I never even think about it, like it's not exist at all. So and it was same, it's like all these specifics, there's so confusing because there's so many of them, so many of like nuances and perspective, and you not sure how all of them work together. And yeah, good news, you don't need, at least like until you very confident with the drawing in perspective, right? You don't need to go any like super complex details about theory of perspective. So just be honest with yourself, like look and say like, okay, you see how artists draw environments, you see how they draw perspective, and like be honest with yourself and just answer like, is are you fluent enough, like are you really fluent in drawing in perspective to this point when you can go and look for some advanced details, like I with the fish eye again, like fish eye perspective. Yeah, like make sure you can draw like 3 point perspective. Can you draw even like isometria, like this like Akira kind of stuff, right? Like, can you draw some isometry stuff before you're trying to draw fish eye? Because this isometry is maybe simple structure, but there are so many creative um, kind of opportunity, so many possibility with this simple structure. Так, anyway, so here, so let's do helicopter. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Is this erasable? Oh yeah, can erase. So, if you like, I don't know, like if you're not sure like what to draw, right? Just take any reference and draw it with perspective. If you like super not sure what to draw, just take any my video and draw exactly same picture, because kind of like originality or creativity, it's only one thing, and your perspective will improve even if it's nothing original in your drawing, because it's a lot of just kind of very technical stuff there. It's like very crafty stuff, right? You just need to do it many times. So each next time it will be like easier for you to do. Так, kind of. and just like look at your manage time management kind of, right? It's like how much of your perspective learning, how much of this all time is actual drawing, and how much is your like thinking about it. Because should be like a lot of physical trace, should be like um, images which show you your progress, showing your process of a studying perspective. So, camera here. Just is it camera? Sure. Yes, this. Because also what is about theory in drawing, right? It's like it's kind of like very important also to remember that all this thing is made up, and you need to think about who is your like last instance, right? Like what is your last instance? Is this like um some kind of scientist who can break down every specific nuance about building projections, visual projections on a 2D surface, or artists who draw like actual scenes. So you will see how is big difference there, because like I find so many like materials, like articles on some like like a science websites. I don't know how to say it properly. Scholar websites, right? So, and there's like insane works on perspective, like they're breaking down all this, like writing it in the formulas, like calculating curvature of fish eye perspective grids. It's like too much. Like for me, I read this like, oh my god, it's amazing. I wish to be able to think like in a such mm, kind of being like so precise and organized with my mind, like these guys. But when you look how they draw, this is like they're talking about all this stuff, breakdown, all this formula, numbers, everything like super clear and correct all stuff. But then you see their drawings with applying all these structures still look like amateur art. It's just kind of structurally 100% correct, but artistically it's look like very boring. And then you look like most of artists, always like super professional masters of like whatever, like manga or something, like drawing like crazy mind blowing environments. Their kind of theory behind their works is much more simplistic than this science. So it just like kind of helps to be aware, because like you do not actually want to know this stuff, because yes, there is information, all this information lying open in internet, is like here on your table. If you want, you can take it and study it, but you don't want it and you don't need it. This is too much. This will be like far too much information. It's like totally not this information that you need for drawing your stuff, you know. So that's why I say it's like, who is your final instance? What is your like goal? Why you need perspective? And verify with this. Go look for artists and check, can you draw like them? Can you draw their kind of perspective? Do you understand structure inside their works, which is not so complex like this kind of science? If you're like, they're not doing it 100% correct. It's not like properly calculated, but it works, right? Yeah. Hello, Elijah. Thank you. Thank you for feedback. Yeah. So this is just some kind of think like about this world we're being part of. It's like I like to teach. I like perspective, and it's fun. It's fun to work with these sophisticated aspects of perspective and stuff. But at certain point on my channel, I was kind of like, okay, I actually say everything you need. Like there's couple video where you can find everything you need. They're for free on my channel, you know. That's it. So for your first 10 years of drawing environments, whatever you want to draw outdoors, indoors, from your imagination, you want to draw like cities, interiors. In my channel, you can find everything you need for free already. But yeah, this is just how things works. Like uh I need to keep making some videos, like again in one kind of way, because I like to teach. So sometimes I need to repeat same stuff, or I need to go farther. And if I go farther, uh, it's already like something you not generally need, kind of. It's more for like extra information for fun, or for people who already have this 10 years of drawing environments, you know, for people who already draw them. But then it's kind of happen is like amateurs can be confused because they go and they look all this fancy stuff, fancy tutorials, and they think like, wow, I want this. Okay, but draw some basic stuff first. Mm, kind of advanced stuff, it's called advanced for a reason. You can't just like jump into it. Yeah, it's like yeah, it's like say like, oh, I want to be like super elite special forces because it's so fun. Oh yeah, like I can imagine it's how it's not fun when you need to do all kind of required training. Because like I mean, like even like me going to some boxing section, going to training little boxing kind of stuff. So like, no way, it's so crazy. It's like, you know, when you go into limits of your endurance, And like I forgot how it's called, but there is like hormone, like your body starts to making hormone, which send signals to your brain, like you you being like so exhausted that it's not only like painful and tiring. Your brain start to telling you that you are about to die. So you start to feel like real like panic and fear of death during training. Is like kind of what the hell is like it's it's hard to explain, but it's literally feel like a nightmare. Like in the training you feel like you're under torture in some kind of nightmare, and you really can die any moment. And it's like it's not so cool. Feel this way kind of, right? So but this is what I like about physical training, why I say every artist should have some physical training, which also help to kind of clear your brains, you know. And but it's also it gives this like experience of grinding at some level, right? It's like reminds you how easy it is just to sit and draw. Because like, after all this like physical like and mental struggle when you're doing physical exercise, it's so easy to push yourself a little bit going through your art blocks, and like when you're tired of drawing your 20 pictures, draw some more 20 pictures, you know. Hello, Wizard. Message disappeared. So I was like this. My favorite thing in the gym, Jacob ladder. Do you know Jacob ladder? Jacob. This is crazy. This is really like self-torture machine. It's like uh how to help yourself going through art block. Yeah, go to Jacob ladder. Because after this, you will kind of like refresh. Uh, it's kind of you will be happy again just to be alive. Like, wow, I'm alive. I can draw. I'm so privileged. That's so amazing. I'm glad I've survived this. Think. Uh, let's do some helicopter. Oh, it's some tree first. So, what is also very important about perspective? Perspective grids, they help you so much. They like really is like alleviating you, you know. So it's kind of like once you understand through practice how perspective grids and perspective works, which like very simple in as a concept, um, you will feel as like you can work with 3D without 3D programs. Because I've been trying to use Blender, SketchUp for like my art projects, and I never need it actually. Eventually, it's like always feels like I just waste my time. So still, I kind of like think, yeah, definitely it will be useful if you make some 3D model for important prop or object in your story, like so you just have like very detailed concept, a 3D concept viewer, like for example, if you have a castle, like made up castle in your story, right? It's definitely will be useful to have 3D model, but not to compensate your kind of lack of perspective skills, because some artists, you see, they make 3D model, then they just make angle, make screenshot, and then trace it, which I find is so boring, is so kind of horrible thing to do for me. uh, it's fun kind of to see when you just can find some very unexpected angle, or like just to create some um, not repeated angles, because you don't want to repeat same angle again and again, and when you see like, okay, oh, I never think about to showing this place for this kind of dramatic angle, so you 3D model can help you here just for uh, exploration kind of, right? So you just look for new opportunities, so it can help you enhance creative process, uh, but to trying to stage your environments, like create all these 3D scenes and stage them and make screenshots, or just like how they have this in Clip Studio when you can turn 3D model into like black and white manga background. Oh, it's so boring. It's so horrible. You because all this you can do yourself very easy, and it will feel much better in in the process, because it's not just like sit with the mouse and like kind of push your button with the mouse so crazy. It will fun to do, and also it will look much more alive, much more dynamic if you draw it yourself without tracing, without kind of using filters. Yeah, yeah. Hello, screen hermit. So, but this again, it's like uh final. Um, how's this again? I like this word, but I already forget. Final, like last instance, kind of like this. Your reference, right? Your model of final result. This should define your process. So if your favorite artist using 3D models for his environment, so you don't see any problem with that and you want to do same quality work, then build your process in the same way, right? Like me, I like more this like old school artists, um, when they draw freehand environments. So I will better even make more simple drawings freehand than making like super detailed 3D traces. They'll just look dead. They look like uh, cartoony photographs. So I don't see like why you need to make comic book which like look just like kind of collage from cartoony photographs. So same like I was always fan of Masamune Shiro, like how he draw environments in his Ghost in the Shell. Like, and I don't know how old I've been watching it. Seems like yeah, I was like maybe 16-year old, and it's fantastic. But then he start to make some more digital art, like he's kind of digitally drawn illustrations. They just look so boring. It's like this, like Ghost in the Shell, his first book of Ghost in the Shell. Oh, eyes look so amazing, so vivid, kind of. And then his digital stuff. I mean, I don't talk about weirdness of his late and yeah, even don't want to mention like weird stuff he draw, but normal stuff what he draw, like uh, just talking about like quality of craft. When he did it with watercolor on a paper, it just looked fantastic. This for me it's my model. Is a model like of work I want to do myself. It's this like colored pages from Ghost in the Shell. I think it's like perfect. And then was like drawing environments in general. It's best. It's Tsutomu Nihei, and you can find video like Tsutomu Nihei drawing live. There's some like French. Mm, That's cool. He like making some demonstration or master class on a French gathering somewhere. You can find on YouTube. Just type Tsutomu He. So and he make a live drawing, just his process. It's so intuitive. After so many years, he drawing environments, so he can draw his like surreal, very complex, sophisticated environments. Like if he's actually seeing it, you know, it's like just kind of like rotating 3D model in your imagination. So, so look for again like if you don't know yet exactly what you want, what style you want to do, what type of work, what quality of work you want to do, you eventually you need to figure it out. It's important. And if you don't know it yet, then research and study your favorite artists. And then you kind of like back to так, here's kind of weird. Uh, yeah, it's kind of weird here. So then, when you better understand what you like in your artist work and what you want to do in your work, like based on your kind of based on your tastes, uh, you will have like a clearer goal, right? Like what is the result you want to achieve? What kind of qualities? What qualities, what characteristics you want to improve, you want to learn? Because you can't learn everything. You can't learn like all perspective. You can't learn like all art kind of I don't know even how to say like it's all this it's endlessly uncertain and broad. You don't have all your life to learn like visual art in its entirety. There's so many stuff there, and like if you don't see it yet, it's because you not even started learning yet. But once you start learning, it's like a fractal. It's like you keep discovering something new. It's always some new information, and every time it's some new information, open new branch of discipline. So which on itself can be like can take your life. Um, you can dedicate yourself for this stuff, you know, for some kind of like abstract composition theory. Uh, yeah, like theory of composition, whatever. It's just you can dig there, lost there forever, and there's a lot of directions. So you better be specific. It's like it's always funny, right? Like when people say like, ah, I wish I know who I want to be, like you, because you're artist, right? Yeah, it's like if your artist is kind of like everything is so simple because artist is just drawing. It's like this kind of one thing you can do when in reality it's like you can last forever like mm, switching and choosing what kind of artist you want to be. There's so many directions, so many options, styles, techniques. So and when you kind of um, turn your attention back to your to influences, to inspirations, which actually reason why you want to draw, because you want to draw because you've seen some artists before, and now as adult you can look back to them and figure out like what exactly make you be so amazed, what exactly you like in their work. And with this is like it's something which will make you really happy when you will draw yourself. It's some this kind of concept of inner child, right? So because like you've been liking this work from early age, and it will make you happy if you will do this kind of work yourself now. It's kind of subconscious, deep rooted thing. Because like I know it very well because like I've been inspired by comic books and cartoons in my childhood a lot. I've been watching like Teenage Turtle Ninja, Spider-Man in the 90s, you know. And then when I want to study art, I went to art college where comic books is something like all my teachers, everybody say like, huh, comic books is not real art. So it's something to be like a guilty pleasure, right? So I've been keep drawing some comic books, hiding it from, no, not hiding, I just don't show it to anyone in the college. It just was my uh, hidden guilty pleasure drawing Spider-Man comic books for myself while like in art college we was study like this traditional artists like oil painting, drawing from outside. Yeah, hello, so random. um so and I kind of have this two create kind of two artists in myself, two personalities, like one which is appreciate this like academical art, all this very serious and like I don't know, like high class kind of uh, traditional art with, yeah, I know it's very cool, it's amazing, and this is something like speaking to my adult. more than to my children inside me, right? And if being like creative, I feel it's like drawing cyberpunk, all this kind of sci-fi stuff. It's more important, more connected to me. So that's why I say if it's you can lost into rational, into this some kind of like a status stuff. You can like believe uh, some type of art is better for you, is more socially um, or financially uh, it's better, but it will be so dull and boring. Whole your life you will do it feeling like drained and empty. And you can see a lot of works like this when people they can do like uh, very complex work actually, but it's so empty. It's like it feels just like dead inside, you know. And then you watch somebody like drawing this like explosive works, super like surgeon with energy, just like wow. And it can look cartoony, whatever, but it's uh, something which really, really inspires you, right? Oh, так, так. Let me check comments and
Who are you?
My name is Bond.
Jim Bond.
так. Okay, yeah. Here, Rodrigo asks if someone want. Where's actually my chat? Chat. Okay, chat. Put here. So Rodrigo asks if someone want to draw but have no talent, is AI fair for them? Because using AI to rip off artists is not fair, kind of, right? And some random say AI is no art, blah blah blah, but just express yourself. That's nice. Some conversation about AI in the chat. Yeah, I mean, yeah, my opinion about AI. mm, I mean, like I was already talking about AI, just trying to find some new words about so don't want to repeat myself. But um, it's this problem. It's with words, right? So it's like people say art, for example, and they call like some dude like it's like he'd make this, put it like that, and call it art, and somebody buy it. And then people say like, yeah, if he sell, then it's definitely art because there's people who appreciate it, people who see meaning behind it. He express himself, right? Because like, look, it's like it's so me. It's like I'm like this pen. I was just open. and I forget to close my soul. Like I open my heart to you, and I forget to close, and I've been just dropped, abandoned, and my blood, my heart, my ink inside me being dried. So it's like me being exhausted and stuff like that, right? So if me, yeah, it calls, I think more proper way to call it is marketing, right? Maybe you can call it art of marketing. It will be more correct. Um, but people start to kind of arguing about this, like, is this real art or not real art? Just let them be. Somebody want to call it art. That's it. Like maybe we should sue people who abuse words, like who just uh, watering down meaning of words, so they just like call art everything around, and after you just don't know what is mean anymore, because like this art, that art, this like some dude use AI to make pictures, call himself artist. I don't know like what he mean by this, like he he believes like this some kind of what artists do. I don't know like what's like for artist community it's just some dude playing with AI. It's like it's like playing computer game, like making pictures in AI. It's like believe you're creative when you play computer game. Like or believe like you're smart when you're playing computer game. There is like this game, for example, Portal. And it's for me it's so funny when people like uh, seriously talking how playing Portal it's actually some kind of like a playing chess, or it's like, dude, you're seriously? I mean, playing Portal, playing all these computer games is just like this test for monkey when you put circle in a circle, you put square in a square, and it's like, wow, I'm so smart. And same like playing computer games, like, oh, it's actual sport. Because why? Because you're running in a computer game. That's why you call it sport. So it's just like I think it's just all about terms. People just should talk more about what they actually mean, what they actually want to say. Kind of like he want to believe um, like he can draw picture because he make AI draw it for him, or I don't know. It's just like so kind of so pointless. And yeah, like when I try, like okay, I make some music in AI and just like don't know, like I want to hear little overdrive music sometimes on background for my YouTube streams. But man, like I have my friend write music for intro, right? It's so much better than AI. I'm not musician, so I have no idea. Like I cannot like consciously distinct what is difference between AI and professional music. But mm I don't call myself musician when I just make a couple tunes in AI, right? It's like I even like feel is some kind of like sacrilege, But every time when I was just experiment with AI, like just looking like what kind of possibilities, like what is possible way I can use AI for myself. And it's so kind of like, it's real like it's like really like a visual vomit. It's just what is really good to do is to good to make first impression. So you generate some image in the eye, and at first glance, it's look like something decent. It's like say, oh, it's actually looks so realistic. But then every time you realize it's absolutely useless, because like it cannot be like final work, it cannot be like final product, because there like always some substandard quality to it, some like I don't know, like every details is broken. So just if speaking about this, and then like after like sit with AI for hour, it feels like so stupid. It's like I feel like I waste my life for this thing. So I just personally don't understand like someone who will sit and generate images with some serious intentions, just some for fun, like like I don't know, like just like silly pictures for laugh, kind of, and create some memes for joke. Maybe it's okay, but think you're like professional or something, and especially like making yourself like professional artist who generating images in AI. It's like no, I totally don't understand. Yeah, I mean it's in the category of this like virtual sport, or how it's called, like computer games. It's like bunch of people call themselves sportsmen playing computer games. I'm so surprised it's kind of considered mainstream. It's definitely some kind of joke. Just sometimes people like like some people they really need someone that tells them it's a joke and you need to laugh before somebody tells them like it's actually funny. It's so stupid. So nobody says this, and everybody say it's very serious, and people take it serious. Just some like fat guys like sitting on the computers, like clicking buttons. It's like, oh, так. No, I think there is people who really don't understand. Like I have this kind of friends who is like I trying to explain why it just don't make sense. It's like making art in AI. So it's like it's in so many ways it just don't make any sense. It's And there is, again, I can imagine actually like some real artists who can use AI to make some extra quality to their work, right? Like texture, maybe want to make some abstract quality to their figurative work. So maybe he's like draw like illustration and then he put his own illustration in AI and he kind of play around with it and he makes some interesting texture, some surreal quality. Don't know, maybe. So I can imagine, yeah, it can be. But if you can't draw and all you can do is just choose like from like 500 generated images, you choose like two good ones and then you call yourself artist because you manage to make these pictures. I mean, it's so kind of, it's so screwed. So it's like even don't know what to say about it. It's so stupid. um, yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. No. Okay. There is a thing, right? Like this kind of like say people who have talent they're lucky. It's just some kind of resentment. So who say you need to draw? If you don't have talent, just don't draw. It's not like every people should be able to draw. If you don't have talent, don't draw, find something else. It's like I'm not born a pretty girl, so I will not try to be one, right? It's like because if like one day I was like, oh, Lucas, pretty girl life must be so cool. I want to be pretty girl myself, and like I see, like okay, it will became like so much problem for me to try to make look myself pretty girl, like just even like start to shaving every day or like depilation of my face, like only this is a nightmare. So or I just like admit I am not pretty girl, I'm not born as one. So if you're not don't have talent, whatever you believe is talent, right? But let's say talent exists, right? Some people talented. Okay, if you're not talented, if you don't have talent to be artist, don't try to be. You don't need to be artist. Forget it. Don't waste your time for art. Don't look for ways how to be artist if you don't have talent. Just go do something else. Totally fine. Nobody will judge you. Don't need to feel like you're losing something. You don't losing anything in your life if you don't have talent and somebody have. Okay, somebody like have something like I'm like one almost 1 meter 90 height. Uh, somebody like 2 meter height, and so I will like jealous to him. It's like so like oh he even bigger than me like oh I want to be like a bigger dude kind of want to be biggest dude like somebody have something let it be, and if you don't have something also just admit it, be realistic, and if you know you're not talented and it's like hard for you, so then just like okay choose you want to do it anyway, even if it's like not easy to you, not so easy as you think it's easy for other people, or you don't want to do this. If it's too hard, just give up. Just, yeah. And problem just like that eventually you don't do anything anyway. So it's just kind of like, it's a think about resentment, right? You just look others around, you feel like, oh, somebody better artist than me, and it's like demotivates you. But it's not like this demotivates you. Actually, you not motivated yourself anyway. Because if you're actually want to be art, if you actually draw, you will not time to comparison yourself for somebody and to be demotivated. You don't have time for this. You're too busy drawing. And then when you're like busy drawing, you can't avoid improvement. That's this kind of reality. Yeah, reality, because reality, it's harsh, but also it's kind, right? And a kind of reality that you usually, naturally, normally, you have payback for your actions. Like if you invest in yourself, you will have results. You will improve, and then you see you improve, and this make you. Uh, I mean, like because you improve, because you have your own thing. You don't care if somebody better than you. It's not demotivates you, because I don't know. It just looks cool, and you happy for them. That's this kind of say. So, problem is just like you doing stuff or you not doing stuff. Just kind of decide already. What do you want to really do it, or you just want to kind of wrestle around this? Like this helicopter look really funny here. Dun, 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 dun. Oh god. Pink Panther copter. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. So if me like, yeah, I believe in talent, but talent is not like artist talent. It's not like, oh, but no, okay, this also you can have talent. Like some people, you can have talent for music, you can have talent for art, for sure. But what is most important is like talent in general. And this talent in general is just like your potential. We like you born with potential or not, right? Or like how high is your potential? Some people they okay, just I don't know, like working in a grocery store all their life, and like I will not think of them like they're less people than me, like they're less important or they're like kind of not so cool like me and stuff. Yeah, I will say like they have like probably like less talent than guy like Elon Musk, for example, right? So because this talent in general is this kind of energy which make you restless. You can't sleep. You don't want this life. You say, oh, talented people so happy. No, they're not happy. because like when you sit at home and like watching your movies and like chilling out with your friends, I can't chilling out with my friends. I don't chilling out with anyone. I only I need to do something all the time, you know? Because if I do and kind of doing some kind of boring stuff, no matter like how many people doing this, I feel like I'm wasting my life. I'm wasting my potential. Like because there is something I can do, but instead I'm just enjoying my life, kind of, right? So this kind of restless energies, like uh, somehow, like sometimes, yeah, it's like your hunger for uh, movement, but also it's like pressure, because like you need to be somewhere in the middle, because like if you are too slow it will push you from back behind, kind of. So you need to, if you not wish to use your potential consciously and work yourself on something consciously, uh, your inspiration will turn into your like nightmare, right? So you like feel like depressed, frustrated, whatever. So it's just a restless mind. So I will say talent is not nice thing to have. Like everything in a life, it's a both. It's discomfortable as much as this can bring you some interesting experience and joy. So people who's like talking this way, like kind of like, oh, you talented, you're so happy. I just you don't know what you're talking about. Like you're lucky you're not talented, and just admit it and live with it and don't trying to be something you're not. Because like I wish I can live simple life, really honestly, kind of, right? Just people different, or they have their kind of things. And it's really, and sometimes like more far you go, it's like harder to even like harder to find people to share kind of same world with you. Like, do you really want this kind of stuff? For sure not. Same, it's same like being famous or something. It's like, oh, he's so lucky he's so famous or something. No, like whatever is a good thing, but is not like being famous. Because like I know it's like on a local level. It's like like saying this, like more stuff you do, more you start to be like prominent in some way, more people start to kind of like talking about you. This is some weird crap. You don't know like where they take it from, but they're just like a jealous, they hate you, they looking for your kind of flaws, and they start to kind of like plotting against you. Like it seems like, wow. Так, okay, here's Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of, yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. So, yeah, like, I don't know, like a high IQ. Yeah, high IQ is a talent, but yeah, there is just there is many specifics, right? There's many specifics can be, but definitely like I think it's very important who your parents. Like if your parents like very smart people with good health and life experiences, you will have from them. And like if you are like generation of artists, you definitely will have some artist stuff in yourself. So you will be like inheriting. So yeah, in a certain way, also we can call like talent is some kind of like a genetic capital, right? It's like your family wealth. So your parents being like generations investing into in their kind of how it's called bloodline kind of right, and you result of this investment because if your ancestor, if your parents just being like walking around like drinking, boozing, partying all this time, it will like have very bad consequences, you know. So, and it's sad sometimes to see people like who waste their potential that they get from their parents, from their ancestors. They're just like, you know, like these people who have like amazingly like genetics and they just like living like degenerate lifestyle. It's kind of very sad. Yeah, anyone can be in anything, but um, if you're depends on also on your genetics and your background, on your environment. It's certain boost, right? It's certain like um, let's say if I have like because my parents artist, for example, right? Uh, in my neighbor family, they're engineer. So their children, he have like really like this like engineering mind, and he's like amazing with physics, all this like mathematics stuff. For me, it's even like I even cannot hold it in my mind. For him, it's like capture all this like work like amazing, like super uh, wunderkind kind of wunderkinder, right? But me, like I can like draw. I can draw in portraits. I can like draw in environments. I can write poetry. I can dance. You know, we're different. We are different. And then let's say we're switch, right? Like I say, like, oh, you know, yeah, I born in an artist family, and I have all these like tendencies. I have all this uh kind of inherited talented. So to be artist, but I want I for some reason I decide to be uh like engineer. And this my neighbor friend's son, he say like he want to be artist, and this will be just like going like against stream. It's like it just will be like such a, I don't know, like you can like uh, discuss and argue with me on this point, right? So I will say it will be mistake to go against current. Uh, you can argue, you can say like is a good thing to do or it's fine. It's okay. Can argue here, but anyway, it's a fact. Anyway, it will be a reality. So this is what I mean by kind of what is talent actually, because you just can't ignore it, right? I mean, it's just look around. This is how it works. So it's just like if you're like uh this like fine artist mentality and kind of type of person, and you're trying to be engineer, it just will be very hard for you, and definitely harder to get through than if you were going with some fine arts. Hello, ape shape. Yeah, yeah. So kind of like we need to uh consider every aspect, right? So yeah, like there is definitely talent, definitely, and it's just like how you define it. Here I try to explain like what I mean by talent, right? uh, this is some kind of like inherent tendency towards certain professions, let's say, right? And then there is like work ethic, discipline, mm, like culture, just like how you treat uh, talent, how you, in general, like what do you think how you should live, right? Like, should you do something or mm, you will just like okay, like some people believe you need to live for fun, just have fun. Some people like they want to um, achieve something. Some people want to maybe bring something to this world, right? Like makes like their book or make their like some contribution to community or contribution to culture, like as different worldviews. This also important. This also kind of influence like your uh, define like kind of your motivation and drive and what will you do. So and it's because sometimes can be like talented people with bad culture or um, yeah, and yeah, and also let's say I think like people who want something uh but they don't know what they want, right? I think it's a kind of sign of talent and just like lack of self-awareness. So you just like um don't know kind of where what you should do, or if you, or maybe you know what you should do, maybe you have talent, you just really lack of discipline, so you believe it's all should be easy, because you think like talented people is people for who everything is easy. So when you try, it's like, oh, it's difficult. I'm not a talented person. It's like, wait a second. I see like, look, these football players. They running around, happy, smiling. Yeah, it's definitely easy for them to run, right? Because like for me, no. For me, like I run, it's I'm tired. So I don't have talent for running because it's make me tired. Так, I don't understand what this commercializing of untalented. Так, let's find some more picture. What's this commercializing of untalented? Ah, I mean like I don't know why you need to agree or disagree on somebody being untalented. Let them be. They like again. It's like there is some dudes like making them songs like they have money or something to put their songs on the TV, and you see it's total crap. And these guys definitely don't have any talent. So just off this TV, don't watch. This TV is trash. So they show every crap. So just don't watch it. That's it. It's totally fine for somebody to have fun kind of and make it's like, oh, like here is some Gene Bond rap. Yeah, let's make it super hit, man, right now. and I, and tomorrow you wake up and like my rap is like world famous, like 20 million views. Yo, Gene Bond rap. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, it's like this retarded rap for every people. Like, yeah, have fun. So what? I don't see any problem here. It's just some stupid, silly rap. No big deal. Just don't listen it. That's uh, так. Just philosophy. Так, so let's hear some dude. Yeah, I'm kind of like I have no idea how YouTube work. Like sometimes I think I'm understand because like it's interesting. Like you making video for some reason. Like I make video. Like I want to share my knowledge of perspective and stuff. So material can be great, right? But because it's first video, it will be only like 10 people in a lifetime will see it. uh, but then if you keep doing, if you make some proper work, then if you have money, you make marketing, all this advertising, promote channel, all this stuff, and then you make again some video with similar quality material or kind of same material, but now it's like, let's say like 5,000 people watching this video, right? Some kind of like emotionally, right, for people it feels like totally entirely different thing, when in reality it's absolutely same stuff. It's like if I'm being making video for one people or just for myself, because after all I just sit here talking with the camera, looking on the screen, you know. uh, so like if you have, for example, on a live, like you have 10 people and they're talking with you in a chat, same, it's like it's kind of same if you will have technically, like practically, I don't know, it's same like if you will have 1 million people who talking in the chat in a live stream. It just will be impossible to read it anymore. So, and every these people, for each of them it's their personal stream, right? So it's like I'm sitting here talking with the camera, just like kind of crazy person speaking with computer. Same as like every viewer, it's just one viewer who feel like uh it's kind of like his private stream. But number kind of viewers, somehow it creates this emotional attitudes, like different attitudes, right? So for example, like it's like somehow I should take it for consideration, like if I speak in front of a crowd, mm, while actually I should ignore it completely, because if I will take it for consideration, it will become absolutely different material. It will become some kind of public statement. You know, it was like, "Hello, everybody," and I'm like this North Korean leader who sits with a wave in my hand. So, and in same way, I think it's interesting about art also. Like, uh, it's kind of like for creative people, like he can be talented more or less, but he kind of like doing his thing, and sometimes it can become viral, like accidentally, or maybe he have resources to make it viral, right? And it should be not problem. It's like, yeah, I mean, it's if it's like we don't like statement of this artwork, yeah, then it's like, of course we talk about statement. It's like, I know, dude, what the hell are you talking about? But we're not talking about like, oh, it's so untalented. Who cares? You know, just dude doing his thing. You're more talented. Congratulations. Yeah, yeah, I agree. So it's like it's just anyway, like people, creators, they just should think about what they're doing, not about what others doing in the like. So there will be no um, this kind of jealousy or pointless competition and resentment. So here, what's this? So anyway, kind of like what I should to conclude about talent. Uh, you should think about talent just once in your life. It's just when you make decision, like should you do it or not? Because if you decide like you want to become artist and stuff, then just do this work. That's it. Because like there's so big range of talent in art, right? There's kind of so many like successful artists who lack of talent is speaking like in a visual craft kind of, right? They cannot draw. Like most of artists, they're untalented compared to some real masters, right? So or you need to be unaware of this like actual high standard, or you need to accept your lack of talent. That's it. So you make this uh, kind of like contract with yourself in the beginning, and then you actually never think about talent anymore, because like more or less you're talented than some other artists, it's not important. You just need uh, do work like as you can do it, kind of. And also like these talented people, like who you will consider talented, it's not people who for who it was easy. It was hard for them. It's hard for everybody. Like yeah, it's like movie Amadeus about Mozart, right? So dude, like been grinding like crazy, like don't have all this happy childhood kind of stuff, right? He was been like practicing like a slaver, and yeah, because it's a match of talent and practice and all this like um amount of work. they meet each other, right? Because if he's not talented and he do a lot of work, result will be no good. If you talented and you doing a lot of work, yeah, you will have great result. If you're not super talented, you're doing a lot of work, you will have some good result. It's kind of reality. Like, again, like imagine like a martial arts. There's dudes who's like insane, just insane. It's like they're just born like a machine for destruction. It's like some people they just born like a monster, kind of just kind of like this thing like a truck. You just you will just look at him, it will like cause you cleaning your stomach, kind of. You will damp yourself. But then bring some intelligence and um, some amount of work, add some skill to it, and then where you get great results when talented and proper work meet each other, right? This result. So you can get to some professional level. If you're not talented, you can become like professional level artist. But to be like great artist, if you're not talented, I mean, kind of realistically, no, you will not great artist. Even though it's like you can degrade kind of definition of greatness. You can say like, oh, he drew Pokemon so well, like he is a great artist. Okay, then it's great. Yeah. Yeah, see you, Rodrigo. See you next time. So it's kind of also idea of like you can become everything. Kind of like not absolutely kind of everything. It's like again, it's like I cannot become like pretty girl. That's it. That's it. So same kind of like not kind of so literally. You cannot be everything. And more than that, like mm, you can be somebody, but it's better if you're not. Okay. So this is kind of like, yeah, better maybe change this phrase, right? It's like you can become so many who, but there are some versions, like there are some options you better don't do. That's it. And it's important also like to figure it out, because this will be just kind of unreasonable to try and to do something which is not kind of aligned with you. Like like teachers again, like some people like teaching and they hate their job or they're like very bored, and it's like, oh my god, really? I'm so surprised. Like kind of, I'm surprised somebody will work as teacher if he is not enjoying it. It's weird. But they, some of them do this because they considering it easy money, because it's kind of clean job, right? It's easier than work in a coal mine, at least. Or yeah, or actually like yeah, what if you're a teacher, right? For this like um indecent people, it can be actually very good way to imitate their job. So they're when they're actually not even they're not even trying to teach, they're just imitating it. Like some artist. So it's like I was working art teacher, right? In a company in Hong Kong, and there we have this like different manager and stuff, and there's like this manager like who developing like art program for this company. So it's like, and I was always kind of neglecting this program. It's like, okay, this like don't make any sense. I was just always pretending like I follow in this program and actually have like my own plan for students. So and then she have like by in a schedule, like she have regular meeting, like annual meeting with art teachers, talk about program, like what she need to improve, like or maybe make some adjustments, listen feedback, kind of this. So she came like during my class, and she's like, kind of, don't worry, I like, I don't want to make you nervous. It's like that's not nervous. I like to talk about my work, you know. And so, and she's like, tell me like, you know, I hate children. I was like, what? You know, it's like this kind of thing, like when you like by like this switch, you lost respect to someone. It's just like, what the hell? And like, I don't want to even speak with her anymore. It's just like, are you stupid? Like, really? It's like, what the hell are you doing here if you're like, you hate children and you kind of teaching children, like all these programs, company, like, it's crazy. It's like, I mean, yeah, I know this type of people, right? Like, who is hate children. It's like, they just are like afraid of children and stuff like this. Uh, and this type of people, they should they should be like 100-meter away from this like education facilities, right? Who let them inside is so crazy. It's like I should call police for to escort her. Say hello. Here's a methodologist in our art school where we're teaching children, kind of, right? Yeah, they should not just quit. They should have like like a black. They should be blacklisted, because people who have children is not kind of mood. It's not like you're like, I'm tired from working from. No, they're just mentally kind of they have problem with their head, kind of, you know. It's like no other explanation. And if they choose some other jobs, they can live with this problem and nobody will even know about it, right? Like you can work, I don't know, somewhere like in a ferry. You can work like bus driver, I don't, truck driver, whatever. Like nobody will even know you hate children or something. But you go to kind of and I assume it's like really there is not only one case. When they go into education system. This- oh, cool. So he have here is like bag for shells, right? How it's called? Shells, I think from. Cool. Because like work with children is not just any job, you know. It's like it's like a being a doctor kind of, right? Like mm, you you should have like some. I don't know how to say, more kind of like a moral reasons for this, right? So like most of people they will just have this instinct, like you know, like when you see people like who is younger you, there for you is can some kind of like in a category of your uh, like young brothers or sisters, something like that, right? So you have this kind of instinct. So when you're working as a teacher, it's like you're broaden your uh, uh, kind of you make them your family, kind of, right? So you say it's like, okay, now this is like um, I care of them like my own children, this kind of thing. So it's like my own children, or it's like my own little brother, kind of, or my own little sister, kind of like it's some kind of humane instinct. And like naturally people have it if they're mentally healthy, kind of, right? Yeah, it's like it's a very serious, very a lot of responsibility, because Also, like if you remember like your own childhood, uh, every encounter with adult, it's like big event, and sometimes it's like it can sometimes it became like life changing event, right? So and like when you grow up, you're looking back at this and you see like so interesting. It wasn't actually anything happen. It's not like your uncle. He's like were jumping like making super triple salto kind of like or uh, I don't know, like walking on his hands or something. No, no, he just say a joke or or he work on his uh, work table doing something, but it's just for a certain reason, in certain moment in your childhood and your life, you just look at this like, wow, it's so amazing, and this change your life. So uh, this period of of life in the childhood, children they're like this. They're just like uh, very easy to be like it kind of like imprinted with certain concepts and images, right? So they just look people like what they do, what they say, and this defines their future. And this mean like you practically you work for a future, right? Like because everything you say, like how you move, how you look, all of this influence children and influence who they will grow up. You just never know what exactly. So just need to be uh, proper with everything, let's say. So and kind of like start. It's kind of it's not like a juggling. You don't need to perform anything extra. And actually, in opposite, it just should be like adequate person. That's it. Like demonstrate um, proper features, kind of. So that's why communists and all this like sects and organizations, criminals going for children to generate their army for a future, right? They're like thinking strategically, can like develop perfect brainwashed zombies. Which I think like right now already happened with the mainstream art community. just, just some freaking like farce. Yeah, it's kind of we're already late for a battle, but I don't know. Maybe we still can survive. We'll see. It's kind of like world we live in right now. It's like if you're a reasonable person, they will kind of like call you insane. It's kind of already kind of upside down world already right now. So here we have, yeah, nice. Yeah, sure. Go to work, Ape. See you next time. Hmm. Yeah, you do have a good day. So interesting. So many people watching today. So let's see what else can draw something. Find some more picture. Так. Anyway, let's kind of conclude it here. So again, like repeat what this video today about. Just want to remind and clarify this point. Is like if you're in the beginning of a learning perspective, right? If you um, yeah, well, if you want to learn how to draw environments, how to draw scene in perspective, so you don't need to go too much into theory. Don't like waste your time with kind of figuring out secrets and trying to solve all this like uncertain um, kind of uncertain elements like so like oh but why it's like this, why it's like that. Go back to practical use. So you want to draw, right? You don't want to write a book about perspective. You don't want to be like engineer. You don't want Nobel Prize for theory of perspective and stuff. So, and then actually, as artists, as like specifically comic book artist, illustrator, uh, whatever else, like animation, um, it's just about perspective grids, right? So all you work most of time is just kind of establishing XYZ, and then you need this practice so you can kind of follow your own grids, right? So you able to properly align kind of lines without kind of I see, because beginners what they have, they can't even like it's kind of lack of discipline, lack of practice, they're kind of like line not confident, so they even cannot like drawing cube in perspective grid following perspective grid, so they will draw as like it's going somewhere like all over a place, even if they understand uh where is XYZ, but they kind of like every line is jumping somewhere, right? So instead of going for too much theory, work on this work on understanding structure. So you need to all the time, you need always know very clearly where is your vertical axis, right? Where is your x? Very simple idea, very simple. But you will learn how to apply it only from practice, right? Because there's so many cases when you kind of, it's like each case have some variant for perspective grid. It can be like tilted, it can be like curved a little improper way, and by studying like some other artist works, you can kind of improve your ability to read these structures. So it's kind of like you develop this like um, intuition, instinct for perspective by breaking down like other artists or photographs or any reference, right? So once you watch something like this tutorial or some my tutorial which explains you these basics of like perspective grid, basically this is all you need. Then you need to go for pictures and draw many of them. Just keep looking for how these grids go. So let's say it's go vertical, go here, z go here, x go here. So then like how I will align objects to this grid. So you need this practice. And you see so many video on my channel where I show this like breakdown of other artists, like when I show how you should practice it. So you can draw like your own picture from imagination, or you can copy other artists. Important is just you work on this perspective grids, and you kind of like gain this mileage, so you feel more and more confident drawing stuff inside perspective grid. Because it's not so hard to improve here, you will improve very fast, and only then when you will feel confident, comfortable with drawing whatever you want with perspective grid, because like can draw any scene kind of from your favorite animation or movie. And then if you want, if if you will really need it or for some reason, you can go and like research more specifics. It's kind of all these fancy tricks and kind of theory behind perspective. This is my advice for you. So because like you watch my tutorials about fisheye, about this kind of rotate and 5 point perspective. You don't need so much rotate in fisheye. You don't need so much no like rotate camera or whatever. You actually you don't need much of it. It's not so often when you actually need to rotate something in perspective. Uh, most of the time you doing this stuff, just XYZ, and just draw, just figure out, just establish where is your grid and just draw according to this grid. That's it. And more you do this, better for you. If you're not doing it still, you kind of keep watching my videos and you don't do it, you're wasting your time. You really it. You lose an opportunity. So, hello, Dennis. Yeah, I'm kind of concluding here, finishing already. Finishing stream. Yeah. So thank you, everybody. Like, we'll see you next time. Yeah.